Have you ever gone to someone's house and you've been served mashed potato and it's been lumpy and it's been cold and it's been bland? Well, welcome back to Dadlicious Eats, and we're going to solve that today. So we're going to continue my series of dad guide skill videos, and we're going to be making some really good mashed potato today. So we're going to be using nice and floury Maris Piper potatoes. We're going to be putting in some butter, putting in some milk. We're going to be putting in some salt and pepper, some cream, some cheese. Really good, smooth mashed potato. Takes only a few minutes of the day, but can give you such a good addition to the meal. As always, all my recipes are on the website, www.dadliciouseats.com, so you don't need to sit there and worry about writing everything down. It would really help me if you were to like this video. It really helps me to share this video on YouTube with other people. In particular, I'm looking to solve that problem of busy working parents who just don't have time to cook, and I just really want to show you how easy it is and how cheap it is and how quick it is to make up some really good dishes. Right, let's get cooking. Right, so first up, let's have a look at the ingredients, and obviously the star of the show here today is the potato. So I'm using Maris Piper potatoes. Any floury potato will do. So we've got some seasoning we're going to add. So we're looking at about a teaspoon or so of black pepper, and then a similar amount of salt as well. We've got a little bit of cream. So I'm using single cream, not something you necessarily have to use if you've not got it, but it adds a nice richness to the potatoes. So we've also got some cheese. I'm using nice strong mature cheddar, about 45 grams, about 20 grams of unsalted butter. We're going to be using some milk, probably about 50 milliliters you want, and finally some flat leaf parsley. So it's time to start peeling the potatoes. So for a family of 4, you probably want about 7 or 8 potatoes of this size to give a good portion of mashed potato for everyone. As I've already said, I'm using Maris Piper potatoes. So Maris Piper are a nice floury potato. Any floury potato will work. I'll try and stay clear away from some of the more waxy kinds, just because they don't tend to break down quite as well. If you want something that retains its structure, they're really good. But for mashed potatoes, definitely go for the floury versions. As you can see here as well, I'm just cutting off any of the blemishes, because we don't want them coming out in the potatoes. They taste a bit funky, and also they don't look particularly nice as well. We're just going to basically cut them into probably about halves or thirds, and we're going to pop them into a pan in a minute. Welcome back to all my subscribers. I'm close to hitting 1,000, so I'm super excited. If you're not already a subscriber, why not click that button now? I've got tons of recipes I want to share with you. Also, if you've got a comment, if you've got a question, just drop it below. I always try to get back to everyone, regardless of the time I got available or however many people have commented. I'll always try and come back to you. So once we've peeled them, we're going to get our water ready. So we're just going to take some cold water, pop a little bit of sea salt into the pan, and we're going to put in our potatoes. So we're going to make sure that we've got enough water to just cover the top of the potatoes, and we're going to leave them to boil now. And we're going to leave them for about 15 minutes or so until a knife passes through the potato nice and cleanly without much resistance. Drain the potatoes, pop them back in the pan, add in your butter, and it's time to get your mussels out. So take your favourite potato masher and just start mashing away. And we really need to do a good job of this, making sure that we're leaving as few lumps as possible as we're going along. It's starting to look nice and smooth now, so we're going to start adding the rest of the ingredients in. And first up, we're going to pour in our milk. So we probably want about 50 to 70 milliliters of milk in here, just enough to make this mashed potato really smooth. So my advice here is start off with a little bit. You can always add more. It's much harder to take away liquid from this. So we work that in nicely, and then we're going to add in our cheese. And like I said, about 40 grams or so of strong or sharp cheddar cheese works really well. It gives it a nice kick, and we'll add in our seasoning as well. You could try with many types of cheeses. I think something like a Gruyere would work really well. Whatever you've got in the fridge, really. I mean, mashed potato is not a gourmet dish. if you've got stuff in the fridge, use it. If you don't have stuff in the fridge, don't bother using it. Finally, we're just going to add in a dash of cream. So I'm using single cream here, and that just adds a little bit more richness to the mashed potato. But again, if you don't have any, don't worry about it, because the number of times I open up my fridge and there is an expiring carton of cream that I've got no idea for what to do with it, it's not worth necessarily buying a whole carton just for your mashed potato unless you eat a lot of it. This is looking super good at the moment. It's nice and smooth, no lumps in it. Children have no reason to complain about it, so I think we're pretty much good to go. This is such an affordable side dish. We're looking at pennies for a portion of mashed potato. It's something that most children tend to like. It's got a smooth texture, especially young children. So 2, 3, 4-year-olds tend to really like mashed potato. So with the addition of the cheese in particular, this makes it a really moreish, delicious side dish, or something that you could just snack on your own, on its own if you want. So that's it. Just going to finish that off with a little bit of flat leaf parsley. It is really this easy to make mashed potato. Why not give it a try? Let me know how it goes. I'll be back soon with more recipes. Until then, take care, guys.